Think again, commentaries after hours. LGI, son. Let's get it, let go!
I think the boy has had too much coffee.
Oh, wait. Is it one of those indirect jokes? Wait for it. Wait for it.
You know, it's funny. That indirect little joke you made about me won't have been funny in the sense that there would be people actually watching the original After Hours and knew what you were talking about. So.
Wait for it. Well, you told on yourself because now they know about it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Okay, guys. I'll let you know when it comes back around. So,
Your ass.
Topic.
Topic. We need one of those. I don't know. Let's just discuss things.
Let's count the awkward moments because we never finished that, so we can just start off with that.
Oh, so yeah, let's alienate another person.
Oh, because Mandy of all people was gonna help us with the video game commentary group.
Hey, you never knew that.
Oh, yeah.
She still has that picture of us.
Okay then. I'll humor you. What would she join the group for? So she could talk to us again?
She probably would.
Okay.
Yeah, well, see, you kind of dug your own hole there.
The reason I said, oh, okay, is because, do you know, I felt bad about how that sounded.
Why would she join us? So you kind of smacked both of us around with that, but...
No, I felt bad about how the tone and the delivery of, oh, just so she can speak to us again? Like, you know, how bad that sounds?
Oh, Mr. Turner.
Oh well, it's out there now.
Yeah.
So,
not really much you can say after you said it.
So, that'll be awkward moment, new number, whatever. Anyways.
Start a counter, everybody.
So, let's see. There has to be more things, because I know there was. I think OC did something dumb before. He has to.
OC did so much stupid shit. I'm sorry. I respect the guy and all, but really, all he did was stared at her chest and tried... No, he tried to hit on her so many times. Like, literally, almost every time we were playing Toho, I'd watch Homeboy just stare. You know, I peek out the second it says, dead parrot. I'm like, oh. Homeboy's staring again, okay. And then there was that time he came into class high. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. OC, man, I know I'm talking smacking about you, but, you know, you are a good man. I know you can be. But, dude, if you're gonna take a look at the sun, wear sunglasses.
I remember that day you called him stupid.
Oh, and he got so mad, too!
He was irate about that.
He was like, don't you call me mad, son!
Yeah, don't you call me stupid? And I just got silent because, like, I wanted to enjoy the show.
Oh, you gotta admit, it was getting pretty elevated.
Yeah, it was getting pretty nitty gritty. Like me and Mandy loved it. Like she would throw in her interjections every now and again, but the only thing that I had to contribute was laughter.
So who do you think won that, by the way?
I don't remember. I thought you guys were both idiots. And I just felt like I was laughing.
Yeah, that's probably true too. No, we might as well explain that. So, when was that? Was that after he went to that party and came into class, like, really late? And I'm like, you know what? You're such an idiot. You're throwing away your life, or whatever.
No, I think it was, just a free day. And we were just sitting there. Like, I think we were, all just being brutally honest. And, you turned to him and, you're stupid.
Oh, yeah! We literally had one of those brutally honest days. Like, I'm like, okay, it was real talk all the time.
Yeah, you turn it was out of nowhere though. I'll give him the fact that you probably caught him off guard, but you just turned and looked at him and you called him stupid, and I was like, oh, here we go.
Because he is. I'm sorry. I have before that point, I had a lot of respect for the kid. I felt like he had a lot going for him, and then I started learning about all the kind of stupid shit he does. I'm sorry. And this is how I look at people when I first meet them. I look at you and I'll treat you with the same amount of respect until you do something to make me evaluate that level.
I didn't have to instigate that.
Huh?
I didn't have to instigate that one. That's what the amazing part about it.
Because you know it's true.
Oh no, I didn't say, oh, he called you stupid. Oh, what you gonna do about that? Like I usually would have done something like that, but I can already tell it's gonna escalate quickly.
Yeah. So, I guess that's also a reason why me and Jaleel kind of got all friendly again after he fucking tore me a new one back in ninth grade.
Always?
Always. Always. Every freaking pre-AP class.
Every day.
I'll never forget that week that I lost my voice.
Every day I'm joking. Every day I'm joking. Every day I'm joking.
Like, for everyone that listens to us, and our banter back and forth, if you think that's bad, you should have heard them that week. Like, we didn't even give a shit about each other at that point.
Yes, and I made fun of him, and he couldn't speak, and he couldn't do a thing about it.
Oh yeah, I just had to take it like a little bitch.
Yeah, basically that's what I made him. he couldn't do a thing about it, and he just kind of stood there. He looked. He would make a face every now and again. I'm like, oh, is your face trying to tell me something? Do you mind saying it to me? Maybe I can understand you. And then he would actually attempt to make some words. And I'm like, oh, what was that? I couldn't understand you. And it wasn't like Tim Dancaster was there like to help me.
Man, I don't think Timmy Boy would crack so many jokes though.
But he was there. Like he gave me material. Like he would say something. I was like, oh yeah, he's kind of right. No, it would build off of that.
Wait, was Tim in our class?
Yes, it was.
Oh shit, I didn't even remember that.
Tim, Alexa,
Alexa.
Whitney.
Yep. Sam.
Those are the only people I really remembered.
Sam.
And Sam. Yeah, Sam. Those were like the only people I remembered because they were the only people that were important to me.
Man, no. You want to talk about bullshit though? I remember one of the biggest projects we had to do. Jaleel was in our group with me and Sam. And Sam and I had worked so hard setting up this PowerPoint, getting everything together. And Homeboy says, oh, I'll get my older brother to drop a beat and I'll just rap. Come time for the presentation.
I rapped.
Without a beat.
Wait, no, they placed something on their desk. It's okay.
Yeah, it was still pretty. It
was interactive with the class.
It was still a pretty bad rap.
No, it wasn't. People liked it.
I thought it was shit, personally, because it was so last minute. I couldn't fucking believe I was stuck with an idiot like yourself. I was sitting there, like, literally.
If you vocalized yourself, maybe I would have done something.
If I want what?
If you could have vocalized yourself in that, weak time period we had, maybe I would have done something different. But I couldn't hear you, so I didn't care for your opinion. You didn't write it either, which wasn't smart of you at all.
It really didn't matter in the end. I mean, you got a bad grade on it, I think.
No, I didn't.
What'd you get?
I'm pretty sure I got a high B or something like that.
Yeah, because we talked to her afterwards, and we said you didn't do jack shit during the whole time we were doing it.
Oh,
you just made a rap.
A high B?
Yep.
Oh, I'm so hurt. That really hurt me.
Shut up.
Oh no, I didn't get a 91. I got an 89, guys. Oh no.
Shut up.
Like, I think because I did the rap, she didn't really believe you guys that much?
I think she did, because she would look at you during class, and you'd just be sitting there listening to music, like you usually did.
Oh yeah. I was extremely antisocial freshman year, besides making jokes about people, unless your name was Whitney or Tim or Alexa. Like, those are the only people that I actually speak to. We could hold a conversation without it boiling down to making fun of them. Okay, well, not Alexa.
Yeah, apparently you made fun of her a lot.
Oh, wait, what, she told you about it or something?
No, you told me about it, you derp.
You should ask her about me.
I should, but I don't talk to her anymore.
No, just see what reaction you can get out of her if you ask her
Just
about
out
it.
of random, be like, "Hey Alexa, do you remember Jaleel Turner?"
And then ask Maddie Swab about it.
Oh,
And,
I'm sorry, Maddie kind of freaks me out.
oh, well, she used to sit next to me in biology, and I used to call her a monkey.
That's believable.
No, like, no, because, like, I honestly looked at her, and, like, I saw her body frame, and I was kind of like, you look like a monkey. And, like, yeah, like I was, like, completely honest with her. Like, I looked her in the eye. Like, I stared her in the eye until, like, she made eye contact with me. So I know that she knew what I was saying was honest, and, like, I wasn't just coming out of nowhere with it. And, like, when we made eye contact finally, I told her she looked like a monkey. And
To which she replied?
Huh?
To which she replied?
She was like, what? And then Whitney and Alexa turned around and they were like, did you just call her a monkey? And like, look at her.
Look at her!
um, Funnily enough, even though I was a punk in freshman year, that's the year I had the most amount of girlfriends ever in high school.
Which was straight bull.
Including Whitney and Nell, which were two people.
Wait, you dated Nell?
Yeah.
Oh god, I pity you. I pity your soul.
It lasted for a day, so it wasn't like I invested time into that relationship.
Okay, because I would have pitied you so much.
It's okay. It's okay. Anyways,
I think she actually kind of liked me a bit towards the end of last semester. Because she was in my AP literacy class.
aw, ain't that cute. Seth's gonna have little Creole babies.
Oh, hell no. If anything, I'm gonna have mixed... Wait, what would that even be? Like an 8th Jap? If she's 4th Jap? Yeah, I guess 8th.
Nobody will care how much you are, Jap, because it's like illegible at that time.
Watch our kids have like fucking slanted eyes. Neither of us have slanted eyes, but they do.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty fucking hilarious, actually.
And I think again, commentaries, we have more than 2 people.
Apparently not. Keith, Zeus, where you at?
Wait, what?
Guys.
Aren't you gonna say anything? Like, interject
Sorry,
about
I
your
kinda-
own?
I kind of zoned out there.
Really?
I would expect just to like make a slight remark about something we said sooner.
I think he's just kind of annoyed with the fact that we're talking about personal stories instead of games.
No, I'm just chilling.
No, not
No,
you,
no, no.
Zeus. Like, we're not even trying to hide these people's names, no. We're just straight out blasting them.
Oh, geez, yeah, we are.
So, person W.
So, about Toho, the game that we did play at Culinary Arts.
Oh, God. We can discuss that. That's a legit.
Yeah, it was a very frustrating game in the beginning.
It was a very fun game overall, dude. I still play it. I'm still obsessed with it. In fact, look on our Twitter page, and we still have a whole bunch of our peers and our Toho characters.
I still think it's I still think it's a really good game. It was really frustrating in the beginning because I didn't understand the concept of it. So I never played bullet hells before in my life. Well, besides Galaga.
Galaga is not a bullet hell. No, it isn't, dude. I think you just made, like, part of our fan base if we ever had one.
Oh,
Pissed off.
said Master Alienator himself.
Hey, I never said I didn't blow up our own fan base from time to time.
Anyways,
I think that's why they like us so much, though. Like, the people that actually liked and followed. It's the fact that we don't even give a shit. We're just like, man, fuck them.
I'll talk to you guys in a few minutes.
okay.
Alright, take care. Oh. Oh, he ended the call. Well, you can see part of my background for a second. Hang on, I'll fix that right now.
Seeing how it's only me and you participating in this call anyway, so we might as well just keep it between me and you.
So you want to blast someone else while we're in the process, or what?
No, I'm not trying to blast anybody. I just I'll add Zeus again, but like I don't know if he's at the mic or.
I think he's just playing Project M right now. Oh, by the way, for all the random sounds that you guys might be hearing, I'm trying to clean up my room a bit, so pardon the extra noises.
Yeah. So aside for just like naming everybody at our school,
Okay, no, I'm not gonna say it. Never mind.
We used to put that all the time in culinary arts, and yes, I know we said this already, but it started out with Seth constantly dominating me, and I started to get better, and then I was beating him for
Out of like
very brief period of time, and then yeah,
and then I went for real, and then it was back to man, fucking Yomu, man, fucking Yomu.
And then he introduced me to Play Pop Fever.
By the way, that's the game we were trying to stream earlier. Or not earlier today, like earlier in the week. That failed miserably.
Yeah. That game. And rage ensued the most in that game.
And it wasn't so much that it was me against him. Like, the original Puyo game that I introduced him to was a Toho Puyo game called Toho Puzzles and Ninde Shugu, I believe. Pardon me if I'm just destroying the name.
The word?
But me and Jaleel over winter vacation?
Yeah.
It was over one of our vacations that we were looking for something we could play together, and I came across this thing on Puyo Nexus called Puyo Pop Fever versus Battle 2 or whatever. And essentially what it was Puyo Pop Fever over online.
Wait.
I think this is strongly the call. Seriously, Zeus? Is that you?
You're back. You're really far away from the mic again. Mike.
At
At
distance. What were we talking? I just lost what I was saying. Oh, yeah, so found this game on Puyo Nexus, and essentially, though, what I was playing Puyo Versus with people, Wi-Fi edition. But the thing is that it was mostly like a Japanese server that we played on. There was an English patch for it, but all the characters and all the clips and whatnot that they used were from the Japanese games. So it was mostly a Japanese audience, and suffice to say, the stereotype that the Japanese are really good at games was proven true.
Still is?
It still is, yeah. By the way, I was playing the other night, just for giggles, and Yeah, still proven true.
Cthulhu.
Go ahead and explain Cthulhu real fast. I'm gonna run out of my room for a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Cthulhu is a that Zeus gave one of the players though, because his playing was godlike and nobody beat him. And I still don't know the guy's actual username, but when I see it, I recognize it and I call him Cthulhu because Zeus called him Cthulhu and stuff. And I can't really explain it more because it's really self-explanatory. I mean, straightforward. So
What were you trying to
should I
explain?
Huh?
What were you trying to explain?
Oh no, like I just got done explaining the Cthulhu thing.
Oh, the fact that we got raped.
Yeah.
We actually won every now and again, like I would. Jaleel won once against him, I believe. Oh my god. If you wanted to hear us just like almost start crying from joy, it was such an achievement to beat Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
I guess the best way to describe it is like beating the end boss as a level 1 character. And you know what? No, it's beating the Elite Four with a level 1 Bidoof.
And what can that do? What moves does that consist of?
Struggle. Struggle. Or what is that? Tremble? What is the move that you have whenever you run out PP?
Yeah, struggle.
Struggle.
Say that louder. I'm pretty sure nobody heard that but us. Aww. Jeez. Sadness.
Stop focusing on that DVD and get on this.
I heard.
Yeah, that would be my closet door. Nah, there was a time though that we tried to find RPGs that we could play together.
Yeah, and the first one that Seth found went out a bit, went completely out the moment we all signed up for it.
Windslayer 2. It's actually back in commission, by the way.
Oh, really? I'm still pissed off about it. I don't even want to try it right now.
Well, it's funny because what it was like they were doing their beta testing, I guess, or part 1 of their beta testing when we had found it. And it was only going to be online, or at least the server was, for only a couple more weeks before it closed. Yeah. It was kind of sad because it was a game that all of us could play, but yet, in the end, none of us could.
Yeah, there was more of us. I don't remember who they were though.
Oh god, that's a good question. Sam, I think. Was it Sam? No, it was 11th grade. He was in China. Greg, who was the other one? I feel like such an asshole right now.
Yeah, there's another person. Look again, commentaries. Not only do we put your name on blast, they say your name completely, but we forget who you are afterwards. We just well.
Yeah, that just kind of makes me angry. So I feel like if I saw a picture of the kid, or I heard a description about him, I would know him.
And I heard the person's voice.
Yeah. This is annoying. Anyway, what else? So, Jaleel, I was mentioning to you earlier about that political discussion we needed to have.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think has more an effect on people's non-sensitization or desensitive? What's the word I'm looking for? Desensitization. Yeah. towards violence? Video games or how people take them? Like media or how, like just seeing it in the media or how people take it as a representative?
Media, because not only is media a broader range, video games also would be considered media. So that's actually if that's the categories they're doing, they're idiots.
No, essentially they were saying that only video games were the core problem because out of the top 10 games that sold, I don't even know where they're getting that information. I hope it was from like IGN or something. But out of the top 10 games that were sold, out of the top 20 actually, excuse me, uh, they 8 of them were rated M. They didn't say where on the list they were, no. They told us that there was the top 20 video games sold in 2012. So,
With shooting games,
huh?
were they all shooting games or something?
No, they were rated M. That was their key thing. And
Well, that's what you get for choosing rated M games.
Yep.
It's a poll. Selected sampling and anyways. I say the media because, well, one, cover wars. We're like, oh yeah, there was a shooting, such and such, in Afghanistan. Oh, that was terribly racist. But
Yeah.
anyways,
There was a shooting in Afghanistan, that's true, but...
and then we move on to some extremely happy topic on the news afterwards, which kind of gives people the idea that war is there and it's kind of in the news still. You have, like, out there doing it. You have a family member out there in war, then it doesn't exist to you. And then you have movies. Movies out of anything, I think, desensitizes people. Desensitizes people. So, you have movies like, let's say a good popular movie. With that, there's crazy crap going on all of it, violence, all this nonsense going on, like Batman basically like spine broken, and it just happens, and nobody really reacts. Like, you might get the every now and again, but I remember going. I'm trying to remember what movie it was. But me and my cousin Chelsea went to go watch the movie, and like some pretty messed up crap was happening, and the movie, even though it was packed, it was silent. Like, we looked around, and people just had poker faces all around. No sense of emotion. All of them were stoic, and you just felt like, wow, these people have like no kind of connection to what's going on in the movie. Like, people are dying, people are getting seriously like amputated or something like that, and they're just like, well, you can't even tell what they're like. They're staring at the screen, blank faced.
Well, personally, I always looked at it as it's how people take that type of influence. Like, for example, 16 and Pregnant, since that show's come out, there's been more cases of teen pregnancy than, like, most recent couple of decades. And I don't see it as, like, people see it and ergo they must do it. It's more so of, like, people see it, they see the reactions of it, and it's generally a positive one, besides the overdramatic, like, he doesn't love me anymore, I gave birth to this little kid, and that bastard went off on me. But, I feel like it's, though, the thought process of, oh, I can go have a kid, and this is what will happen. It's how, instead of using that as a message against it, I guess, people take it as a message for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's how they portray it.
Yeah, and for example, and I almost called up the show myself because you were, for people who know me quite well, I did a research project on the effect of video games on heart rate and how they affect like the psyche of like people who play them. It was really interesting between playing very high input level
Stress.
games, high stress, yeah. Um, there wasn't really overly that much of a change between that and the low level, but there was a all-around change for like a calming game like Animal Crossing. So I almost wanted to call up the show that I was listening to on the way home the other night and say, look, you have all these influences in society. It's not so much that they're there, ergo we must do it. It's so much of, it's there, but I don't know how to understand it. So I'm going to misinterpret the message and use it against what it was essentially planned for. And it was really interesting. The announcer that I was listening to was talking about Rapeplay, for an example. And for those who don't know, Rapeplay was a Japanese game released in, I want to say 2007, and I only know the specifics because myself and a couple of coding friends that I used to do a lot of work with would make jokes about it. Because even though the game itself, like the message behind it, raping women on the train and before class and all that, the design of it was really well, the coding and the interface, which is, whew. I never got to play it myself, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. But he was using that as an example for violence in video games, and the way I looked at it was, look, yeah, we have that game, but the way he was presenting it as, this game's out there, people are going to be raped now. Now, if that was the case, I guarantee you a majority of the Japanese population would be, raping heavily chested women, well-endowed women on the way to work. And that doesn't really happen all that much. Sure, it happens at times, but it's not as severe as people make it out to be. And it's sad though that we're only drawn to it when those types of events happen. With the shooting, God bless families that lost their kids, may the children rest in peace. But it's sad that there wasn't any more implication on it. And Jaleel, you were mentioning this earlier about how we should be talking about the kids more so than the murder.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Are you sure?
That was Keith, and I think it was this.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, nonetheless, whoever said it was right. Casey Anthony, that trial, we cared more about Casey Anthony and what she did after the trial when she got released, rather than, implications for protecting children, or putting in laws for, against child cruelty. Or better yet, the most recent example I can give, the fiscal cliff coming up in a couple of days. I'm not going to go into heavy politics because personally I'm independent and I like to look at both parties before I really put my foot in the water. But the way I look at it is both parties have been really stupid in the sense that they're not really caring about what happens to the country, but rather what happens to their job. They're trying to work in a way that gets them reelected because the fiscal cliff is also falling along many re-election dates for congressmen. And it's kind of sad when you sign on to work for the country when you're really only working for yourself.
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering, if you had anything else to say.
Oh no, that's pretty much the gist of it. Jumped around so many topics.
Yeah. Kind of did drift farther and farther away from video games again.
Well, that's why it stopped.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we can drop it off here.
I mean, is there nothing else you want to discuss? Or...
But not really. We should have a plan next time.
Alright.
Stop. No.
Well, I feel like there's still, like, more stuff we could talk about, though, really.
Yeah.
Nah.
It's 4:30, good sir.
That means you're falling asleep on me.
No, it means that I'm definitely not thinking about anything right now.
Alright, then, everyone, thank you for joining us for Think Again After Hours. It was a lot of
Don't hate
fun.
us for making fun of people.
Yeah.
We don't. This time.
If we called someone out, we don't mean it. I'm sure. Don't kill us. Mandy. Well, we didn't address her by her real name, so that really doesn't matter.
Oh yeah. Okay then, Mandy.
You have no reason to be mad at us, Mandy.
Yes.
Zeus, is there anything you'd like to say?
Hello.
Alright.
And amazing input.
everyone join us again next time. We'll probably be coming up sooner than we imagine. We don't really know.
But thanks for watching, and we hope to see you next time.
Nickelodeon.